In this video, we will make sure that a user includes a certain kind of information to be able to proceed. Specifically, we'll ask the user to select a date from which to get Mars rover images from. In the previous video, notice how we wrote a date in the intent detection text, but didn't add dates in our intent utterances. Let's rectify that right now. In the rover picture's intent in the natural language understanding page, I'll add a few sentences. I'll add them in the description below for convenience. Again, the sentences we are adding have all kinds of structures. We are even going to alternate the date formats using letters for some and numbers and dashes for others. We don't want the machine learning engine to be strict in its recognition. Now we're going to teach Botpress how to extract dates from our sentences. To do that, we'll click the Create Slot button. You can think of a slot as a piece of information found within a sentence that we will extract. A few examples might be a starting date, end date, sender address, sender name. We'll call our slot Earth date because we don't want to deal with Martian dates, and we'll pick system time as our associated entity. After all, a date is just a time with a precision of a day. Botpress comes with a few common types of entities, and you can easily add your own from lists or by using regular expressions. Alright, now we're going to go through our sentences and identify our Earth dates so Botpress can learn to recognize them. The way we do this is simply by selecting the text we want to tag, and a pop-up will appear asking us to select a slot. We just click it and voila! Tagged! Let's select another date, and I'll show you a trick for going faster. Notice the 0 beside the slot name? That's a keyboard shortcut. We can use it to work faster. Alright, I'm just going to finish up tagging everything. Now that we're done with our work on the intent, let's train our bot and head back to flows. And we're going to go to rover pictures this time. Once again, we'll replace our node with a skill, this time with something called slot filling. It's called slot filling because it's responsible for making sure that a slot that you identify inside an intent will be obtained from the user. Slot fillings are cool because they handle freeform text input out of the box. I'm gonna drag and drop one from the panel on the left. Now we are asked to pick an intent and a slot, in our case rover pictures and Earth date. The bot will ask field is for when the slot isn't identified upon entering the node. I'm gonna click the folder and create a text which says, which day would you like to get pictures from? Try a date between 2013 and 2020. Adding hints and suggestions is always a good idea, and I know most dates between those 2 years have images. In fact, we can go further than this. The next field is message to send when user input is invalid, and we can use this to flat out give a date we know works. Let's create a text for it that says, not sure I got that, maybe try year, month, date, like 2015-09-09. Finally, one max retry attempt is a pretty good number. Alright, let's insert this. Now, I'm gonna right-click the new node's title and select Set as Start Node. Now we can delete the previous grab date node and rename our slot filling to it. Okay, now we're gonna create another node right here, which is gonna be called Check Day. And we'll have it call the NASA API in a later video. That's it for our nodes. Slot fillings have 3 transitions. Unextracted is for when we just got the slot via slot filling. Let's send that to check day. Unalready is for when we got the slot before the slot filling node. That can happen if you previously went through this loop or if it was already tagged in the previous node. To keep things simple, we'll also send it to check day, and later we'll just make sure our bot forgets previous instances of Earth date. For the final transition, let's keep it simple and send the user to our fallback redirect flow. Now let's go to check days on enter and create a new action. We'll have this execute code, in particular slot reset. Slot reset only takes one parameter, the slot name, which is Earth date in our case. This will make sure if the user goes through rover pictures more than once, we won't use the previous date via the already extracted transition. Okie dokie, let's try it out. Reset the conversation, and hi! Let's go for the NLU path. I'll cycle back to our previous query, which was show me Mars rover pictures. And it asks us for the Earth date. Great! Let's try April 1st, 2016. And wonderful! We are sent to the check day node. Now let's try it again, but this time we'll directly type the date in the first step. We don't expect the bot to ask us for a date, and it doesn't. You can try the final case by yourself by clicking yes when reaching the Suggest Action node. So that was how you can request and extract information from user queries. If you have any questions about Botpress, please check out our forum. If you have any questions about the video, please leave a comment below.